Say, what's the big old deal? What's the big old deal, man? We back cracking with another one. Top of the morning, man. Hey, before we get into it, right? Hey, catch it though, man. Let me tell y'all something. Right now, man, New Orleans, man, they on fire right now, boy, with this jailbreak, homie. But a lot of y'all that, you know what I'm saying, that have family in the South, Louisiana specifically, y'all know what I'm talking about. Shout out to everybody from that live on the West Coast that got the bloodline from, from New Orleans and, that type of get down, man. But let me say this, right? What people don't understand is it's finna go down, bro. When I say jobs is finna be lost, people finna get fired, people about to start snitching, it's going down, man. It's going down, man. When I say that reward money has went up, it's skyrocketing. Let me tell y'all something. A lot of people in the South don't make the type of money that the rewards that they're offering is being displayed, man. This goes show you who real and who fake, homie. You know what I'm saying? But I seen some footage, homie, of some of the cats who escaped from prison, and these dudes went straight back to the block where they was hanging at. None of them dudes put money on their books, dropped no money off to their family, and these dudes ran right back to the same spot where they got arrested from. So let's get into this reaction. We got the New Orleans jailbreak. The feds raised the reward. It's finna go down, man. So let's check it out. Let's go. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
A major update. A jail maintenance worker is under arrest in New Orleans, accused of being the man on the inside who helped 10 inmates escape. The worker allegedly turned off the water to allow the inmates to break open a hole and get to freedom. Now, on the outside, the search continues for several inmates. Another escaped New Orleans inmate is back in custody. This one's accused of attempted murder. And we have the moment his arrest was caught on camera. This image per WVUE on Instagram. He and several other inmates made a jailbreak that has been seen by millions on security camera footage from a jail in New Orleans. The majority of the men that you see running free are still on the run right now, including multiple accused of murder.
There is no way people can get out of this facility without there being some type of lapse in security. There's no way. It's almost impossible, not completely, but almost impossible for anybody to get out of this facility without help from the outside.
That video, per WWL-TV, the sheriff says it would take a lot to escape her jail. But what the inmates apparently wrote on the wall on their way out begs to differ. And now hundreds of members of law enforcement across multiple states are on the hunt for those still at large. We're on the case presented by Law and Crime. I'm Chris Stewart.
Crazy, man. That nigga wrote 2 T.O.
The local sheriff in New Orleans said that she would be investigating her staff to see if those inmates had any help in their escape from her jail. And it turns out that a maintenance worker is now under arrest, accused of helping turn the water off, which played a key role in allowing those 10 inmates to escape. Sterling Williams is 33 years old. He's a maintenance worker at the jail, and he allegedly turned off the water, which allowed the inmates to move the toilet in front of the hole that they carved into the wall. This is his mugshot per the Louisiana Attorney General. An inmate allegedly told Williams to turn the water off, and the Attorney General says instead of reporting that inmate, he turned the water off, allowing the 10 to carry out their plan. Williams is now booked on 10 counts of principal to simple escape and 1 count of malfeasance in office. Jail records show.
Oh, yeah, he going down, gang. Hey, he going down. Come on, you just threw your, let me tell you something. A maintenance worker? You turned off the water for an imp. Come on, kid. Watch you come back that's that nigga cousin or some shit. Or his little, let me tell y'all something, nigga. This nigga's finna do the same amount of time as he's gonna spend over 10 years behind them walls, bro. I don't care how you cut that, nigga, because you made a mockery of the state, nigga. The whole 10. First of all, I heard one of the top execs say 12, but they claim 10. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine, bro. You just cut off the water, nigga, and they giving you 15 years for cutting off the water so some niggas can escape from the jail, homie. That type of shit right there, nigga. I have a nigga sitting in that jail ready to hang it up, go meet the glory or some shit. Nigga, when I say just our people in general, bro. It's no way, nigga, I can work for a jail and a nigga be like, hey, Nina boy, hey, cut that water off for me. I'm trying to get up out of here. All right, sure, I got you. Get the fuck up out of here. Get your bitch ass back on that tier, nigga. You ain't getting up out of here. Not on my watch, nigga. You know what I'm saying? When I'm gone, nigga, do your own thing. But nigga, when I'm in here, nigga, you'll hold your ass down in that cell. Let's go. This is crazy work.
Joe, he is not being held at the facility where he once worked, but is now being held in a separate parish. Here are those inmates, and at the time of this recording, you can see several of the 10 are still on the run, and there are major questions about what kind of help these inmates may have received to pull off this jailbreak. And there's also questions about who may be helping them on the outside. I want you to look at this picture. This is of Robert Moody, one of the first inmates to be arrested after the jailbreak. And you can see when he was arrested, he wasn't in prison garb anymore. He found street clothes. Moody only made it, though, about 7 miles from the jail. Moody was in jail on weapons and drug charges. Another inmate that was taken back into custody, also wearing full street clothes, ready to blend in with everybody else, was Kendall Miles. This is a screen grab from video posted by the group Project NOLA, which run cameras throughout the city and uses facial recognition technology in hopes of cutting down on crime. This is Kendall Miles walking through New Orleans' French Quarter. That is right in the heart of the tourist district of the city. Here's Miles being taken back into custody by Louisiana State Police. They say that Miles tried to run when they spotted him. The French Quarter.
Man, what made these niggas think they could just blend in? Nigga, you know, when you look at the angle, the nigga like, man, you know, I'm gonna go hang with the tourists. You know what I'm saying? Let me blend in with the tourists. Nigga, they have your picture plastered on every TV screen. None of you niggas thought to shave your motherfucking head. You know what I'm saying? Look at that wide receiver nose you got on you, boy. It ain't hard to identify you, especially with some dreads and that nose right there, nigga. They got you, dead bang. Come on, nigga, that's crazy work, fool. That's crazy. Let's go.
Quarter, again, only a short distance from jail. So no one really has made it seems, that far from the jail when they were arrested. According to WDSU TV, Miles is facing charges of attempted murder and carjacking for allegedly shooting a victim twice and taking his car. Another inmate captured is DeKeenan Dennis. He was arrested in the same area of New Orleans as Robert Moody, just about 7 miles from the jail, and Dennis is accused of armed robbery and illegal possession of weapons. Then there's Gary Price. He's accused of attempted murder as well. He was captured in East New Orleans. He was found in a vacant home. KVUE got this surveillance image from a home. They posted it on Instagram. This is from across the street. And you can see in the top left corner of your screen, law enforcement taking Price back into custody. None of the inmates who at this point have been captured made it that far from the jail they escaped from. But a big problem for law enforcement is just how long of a head start they had because of how long it took the sheriff and her deputies to realize that 10 inmates were gone from their jail. This is video from the Orleans Parish Sheriff posted on social media showing inmates around midnight on May 16th. And you can see the inmates yanking on a jail door to break it open. And also some inmates who walk by, some act like they don't see anything. Others eventually come over and help that.
Man, y'all mean to come on, gang. Come on, homie. Come on. Nigga, the camera on them dead bang. That's how. Watch it turn out that it's more than just one person that's involved with this inside job, nigga. It's no way. But now it looked like that could be a blind spot, but at the same time, nigga, one nigga can't just open that motherfucker and throw it off track, homie. It's gonna take multiple people. That's why I say, man, this shit right here. If you niggas did, if they helped these niggas escape out of jail for nothing, homie, because all of these niggas is idiots to me. Because for number one, none of y'all shaved y'all hair, none of y'all try to you know, get the hell up out the city. I stayed in New Orleans. The first moment I got up out of there, nigga, I'm trying to get to the next city over. I don't understand, nigga. I don't care if I got to nigga rob somebody's boat, nigga, and slide through the swamps. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, with the alligators and shit, nigga, I'm getting up out of there. It's no reason why y'all should have stayed in New Orleans. Let's go.
that inmate in orange break it open. And it only took less than a minute and a half from the beginning of that inmate yanking that door to it eventually breaking open and then the inmates being able to get in through that cell door. Obviously, when you're watching this, you might be asking yourself as well, where are the guards? And is anyone watching this video? I'll get to that in just a moment. But as this video continues on, as soon as the door breaks open, the inmates pile into one of the cells and then out they go through the back, as you see in the video here. The next piece of video may be hard to see here as well, but we'll zoom in on it. We'll show you, you can see some of the inmates running across a highway as they make their way away from the jail. Now, as to why it didn't seem like there were any guards that were watching any of this play out, what looked like in plain sight in the video when you watch it, well, the sheriff says the person who was responsible for watching the overnight feed of video stepped out to grab a bite to eat at the time that those inmates started their escape. It wasn't until 8:30 the next morning that authorities realized that 10 inmates were gone. Remember, what we just showed you of that escape, that was around midnight the night before. Now, this is what the authorities found in the jail cell. That toilet pulled back, pushed aside, leaving a big hole for the inmates to get out. And also, as you probably have seen by now, the inmates left some parting.
Come on. Hey, look, bro. Let's be honest, man. Hold on. It don't take a rocket science to look, man. When y'all look at, come on, man. It's no way they could have opened up that motherfucking that sink in that toilet from inside that cell. It's no way, bro. It's absolutely no way you could have opened that bitch up from the sink in a cell. That shit is mounted in, nigga. What kind of tools you gonna use, nigga? What, a butter knife, a plastic butter knife or something, nigga? It's no way in God's green earth, nigga. These motherfuckers was in there, nigga with a spatula or something trying to crack that motherfucking open, homie. Impossible. And the fact that the nigga wrote too easy instead of two TOO easy just lets me know that these niggas is bird brains, homie. These dudes is extremely bird brains. They had no idea what they was doing. And where's the money? And you know, like I was saying yesterday, somebody had to get these dudes some money. Somebody on the outside had to pay somebody, because it's nowhere in hell that y'all go risk y'all life for some fucking idiots, some niggas who barely can read or write. It don't even make no sense, bro. These niggas literally wrote too easy, T-O. That shit is crazy work to me. And y'all niggas didn't shave y'all head. Y'all had no intentions on leaving the city. I just want to get out for a couple hours and catch another charge. Let's go.
Words for the sheriff and the deputies and the guards and everybody who ran that jail facility, like, quote, too easy, LOL, and also a smiley face with its tongue out and some more colorful language that we can't show you on air here. Now, it wasn't until later that day that the local sheriff posted this on her X account, letting the public know about the jailbreak. The hours it took for authorities to let the public know that violent offenders were on the run, that has created a lot of anger in New Orleans, and a lot of people are criticizing the sheriff. The sheriff also said that they're investigating their own staff to see if these inmates got any help from the inside. The sheriff's also blaming defective locks for the break. Here's part of what she said in this video per Fox News.
We're still gathering information. We are investigating our own to find out exactly what happened and where those lapses were. But there were supervisors on duty. There were lower level folks on duty, and they all had a job to do.
The authorities also say the inmates used blankets to get over the barbed wire on the outside fencing. Of the inmates that are left, 4 of them are charged with second-degree murder. Corey Boyd, Lenton Van Buren, Jermaine Donald, and Derek Groves. Groves killed 2 people on Mardi Gras in 2018. He also shot 2 others. He was convicted of that crime last year. He was awaiting sentencing, which is why he was at the jail and not in a state DOC facility.
Man, hey, Groves, this the one that they keep hollering about, right? They said even prosecutors, man, they grabbing their family and they getting their family up out of there because that nigga free right there. For some reason, the whole city is scared of whatever his name is, Derek Groves. They thinking like this nigga gonna have their address and come take them down or something. But yeah, man, when I say this right here, man, is a prime example of you know, not executing a plan, homie. It's nowhere in hell, man, like this. The whole city of New Orleans is on high alert, right? With the reward money, it's nowhere in hell y'all could convince me that they see a nigga walking down the street with an orange jumpsuit and ain't nobody go snitch, man. Everybody go tell on these niggas for that reward money. And that's why I say, homie, make sure you take care of your community. Because when you take care of your community, homie, sometimes your community take care of you. I don't care what you did, man. But at the same time, like Nino Brown, nigga, look, when you look out for your hood, turkey drives, backpack drives, and all that shit, yeah, that's cool. But when you really take care of your community, I'm talking about, nigga, like policing your community within your community, making sure the elderly people, you know what I'm saying, don't have to carry their bags inside the house. That's when I was growing up back in the day, nigga, all the G homies really like help the elderly women. You know what I'm saying? It was never a day go by if they ever seen a woman walking down the street with big ass bags, nigga, they didn't stop what they was doing to go help them. You see what I'm saying? With this new generation shit, this little nigga out here walking, nigga, I bet you when they catch this nigga, right? Nigga still had the same hairstyle, all that shit, nigga. Worst come to worst, nigga, walk around that bitch, nigga, go put some makeup on, cuz. I don't know what I'd do, cuz, but I definitely would change my image, how I look and all that shit. I ain't putting on no motherfucking wig and no dress and shit, but nigga, I go get some of that white paint, nigga, and turn my skin white or something around this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I go hide in the swamps. It's no way you go survive in the city, homie. You niggas is on red alert. It's no way in hell you niggas is surviving. You know what I'm saying? That shit is crazy. Let's go.
Facility. WWL TV reports that the families of his victims, they've gone into hiding. And they also say the authorities never contacted them about him escaping. Lenton Van Buren is another one of the murder suspects at large. He was arrested in 2021 for a murder. He's pleaded not guilty. Jermaine Donnell is accused of second-degree murder, and Corey Boyd is charged with second-degree murder for allegedly shooting a man who tried to stop a car burglary, according to NOLA.com, in 2024. Not only are murder victims' families going into hiding, but also the local district attorney in New Orleans told local media that he has staff members leaving town with their families because some of the people who escaped are people who they prosecuted. There is plenty of blame likely to go around for how this could happen, but specifically who should be blamed for this depends on who you ask in New Orleans right now. The sheriff is taking a lot of heat. There are calls for her to resign. She, though, says this jail has had problems that go beyond her job. She says the jail is only 60% of the staff that it needs. She also believes that the inmates may have had help from the inside. As far as why it, though, took so many hours for her agency to let the public know that these violent offenders were free, she claims they needed time to figure out what happened once they realized the inmates were gone, which again was several hours after the jailbreak. Louisiana's governor is putting a lot of the blame on those who are in charge of the jail, and that includes the sheriff. Here is part of what he said per Fox.
I've also ordered the Department of Corrections to audit the Orleans Parish Correctional Facility for compliance with basic jail guidelines.
Nowadays, after the inmates became fugitives, the reward is rising for people to come forward with information on the whereabouts of the remaining fugitives. Right now, the FBI is offering a $10,000 reward, and the ATF and Crime Stoppers are also offering rewards of $5,000. Another issue, according to the governor, is that several of the inmates were set to be transferred to a state prison to serve sentencing, but they were still being held in the jail facility, which is meant to be temporary. The governor said all DOC inmates at that facility are now being moved out. As for the fugitives who have been caught thus far, they are being taken to facilities away from New Orleans. The state police posted these pictures of Gary Price being taken to what they said was a, quote, secure state facility. Joining us now to talk about this is Justin Paperny, prison consultant. Thank you for taking the time to be with us here on Law and Crime. I guess since this story started, just what has shocked you the most when you see, especially that video of all of the inmates running out the back of the prison, or the jail, excuse me?
What shocks me is the terrible infrastructure within these prisons, and everyone knows that these things could happen. People talk about them, but there's no correction or change. Then what does not surprise me is the continuous blaming. You have the sheriff blaming somebody else, the governor blames somebody else. Without accountability and change, these things are going to continue to happen. These prisons and jails, they're broke down. The infrastructure is terrible. There are protocols that are not followed. And you have prisoners who will study the routines of guards, what time they go to work, how engaged are they, what time do they open the doors. And without proper protocols, you have people convicted of violent crimes able to escape. Until there's accountability and change at the top, we can expect more of these escapes threatening communities across the country.
Yeah, because the headline video out of the gate was people running out the back of the prison, and that was but to me, watching the first inmate yank on a door, and it took him about a minute 30 to break it open, and then they're all able to go into that cell, which is apparently where the hole was, and then get out. And I'm watching that, on one hand, how flimsy of a door that was. It takes a minute 30 to do it, but then where are the guards? What do you make of some of the staffing of the place?
Yeah, it's not the door. The door is the obvious blame, but the door could have been fixed a long time ago. What has not been fixed is this culture. So what happens is you have inside knowledge. So 16 years ago today, I was released from prison in a minimum security camp. Even in camps, dudes can walk off. They're not going to stop you. The difference is those are minimum security defendants. And for nonviolent crimes, in this case, these are, I read, murder, aggravated assault, very serious crimes. So what happened is there's inside knowledge. They are communicating together. They know the behavior and routines of staff. They wait for one mistake, one moment of laziness or nonchalantness or total disregard for their job, or they're going to seize this opportunity to escape, knowing they're going to have several hours. So they're studying for weeks and months, and then they seize that opportunity. And to have several hours go by without anybody knowing, if that doesn't tell you there was a terrible breakdown in protocols and structure and strategy, then we need to have another conversation. It was the inside knowledge that allowed this to happen.
What surprised me too is that, these are some inmates that are, in one case, one of them is convicted of a double murder, but others are accused of murder, attempted murder. These are seriously violent people, and they're being held at a jail. Why not be held at a state facility?
Myriad reasons, right? They could be waiting to get transferred there. The jails could have convinced themselves they're able to secure them. Oftentimes people get misclassified. Sometimes people go to the wrong prison. Mistakes are made when protocols aren't followed. So you can expect all of these agencies to say the same thing. We saw the same thing in MDC in New York with Diddy and Sam Bankman-Fried after Epstein, hung himself. There's going to be changes. There's going to be accountability. We're going to make new policy. Instead, it is blaming and excusing. It's nobody's fault. And as a result of that, someone convicted of murder and other crimes, they're out in the community now hoping and wishing that through lockdowns, reconstructing timelines, hopefully they get tips from the community that they're going to find these people. The problem is the longer these people are away from prison and not caught, the more violent and scary they actually become, because they're truly in need of resources. So it is a tone at the top issue, whether it's a federal, state, or local prison. And until these changes, we'll be on in 2 months, 3 months, 4 months talking about an escape in these broken down, dilapidated prisons and jails. And the blaming and excusing will continue.
Yeah, I want to get into some of the blaming and who's to blame for that, because we've heard, to the sheriff, it may be reasons it happened, but then you kind of hear it and it's excuses, especially when you think of how long it took them to actually realize that 10 inmates and some very violent people
It's absurd.
Were missing. Another part is, and I know it's cliche in these conversations to bring up Shawshank Redemption, so forgive me, but you think of someone carving a hole in a wall in a jail, and it's done very quietly, very secretly. How do you think they were able to do this? How difficult would it be to actually create the type of hole that they did behind the toilet to then escape out the back?
So it's not hard if they know they have 2 to 3 hours a day to dig this hole. It's not hard if they know the exact routine and vulnerabilities of prison staff. It's not hard if they know that the prison or jail is understaffed. It's hard to get people to work there. People are underappreciated, underpaid, which can compel a staff member to go to a training to understand protocols, but they do not implement them. So in prison, I know because I was there, even though it was in a camp, you can study and learn the mannerisms of staff, guards, other prisoners, and you can create a routine around it. So it probably didn't take them. There was probably one leader that said, hey, there could be an opportunity here. Would you like to get involved? Sure, you're in for double murder. This is your only opportunity to see freedom again. Let's work together over the coming weeks and months until we get transferred to a higher security prison and take our opportunity. Then they team up, they partner, they study, they assess, and they chip away at it every single day. No different than Andy Dufresne did in Shawshank Redemption. And then it's like, we're ready. Let's party. Let's seize our opportunity. And they knew they had a window, and they're still free. They're doubling the reward from $5,000 to $10,000. Problems follow. They continue to be free. It is a total disaster and nightmare. And here's what I'm expecting at some point: someone to say, it's my fault. This will never happen again. Until then, they're never going to fix the infrastructure. Staff is going to be undertrained. They're not going to follow protocol. And I pray and hope someone in the community isn't hurt as a result of this failed leadership at this jail.
Is it uncommon, because going back to the inmate who was yanking on the door, I mean, is it uncommon in that area for there not to be a guard? I know it was after lockdown at 10:30, but the lights were still on, and there didn't seem to be any authority figure whatsoever in the space where all these inmates were being kept.
It is not uncommon, right? Even in a penitentiary, people are going to go to bed, the lights are going to shut off, the cells are going to close. They knew exactly how much time they had to a T to make this hole in the wall. They knew when a guard would be walking by to do what's called
they didn't make that hole in that wall, bro.
They knew exactly what was going to happen because they're studying the routines, the vulnerabilities, the tendencies of staff. So I can tell you down to a second, they knew how much time they had, and they were very calculated. And unfortunately,
man, them niggas wasn't calculating. Hey, come on, man. The nigga couldn't even write too easy properly on the wall. So what make you think that these calculated? Man, them niggas didn't know no mother. Niggas barely could read, man. Get the fuck up out of here. Nah, nigga. Listen, bro. Did y'all see them idiots? Every last one of them that got captured, they got caught within less than 5 to 10 miles away from the prison. That shit don't even make no sense. Them niggas was not calculated. Niggas was smart enough. Only person who was smart was tell that dude to tell that janitor to cut off that water. The maintenance worker. Every last one of them motherfuckers, nigga, was dumb as hell because none of them shaved their head. None of them actually got some proper clothes on. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? Hey, let me tell y'all something, homie. I be in New Orleans, man. Them niggas is some city slickers. Don't get it wrong. Now, you know, far as, you know, their education, I don't know what their education look like, but them niggas some city slickers and shit, nigga. They hit you, hey, whoa, dang, what's that? Whoa, say whoa, you know what I'm saying? And nigga get the popping that shit. Like, oh, what's that? What kind of chain is that? Oh, let me see. Turn them up. Let me see. Nigga, snatch that shit and get up out of there, nigga. Especially damn Bourbon Street, nigga. I done seen niggas get robbed on Bourbon Street, nigga. Matter of fact, I remember a time where you know, when some of the people who had that that shit you can't get back from, nigga, poke niggas with needles and shit and was injecting that shit on motherfuckers, man. But them niggas was, and let me tell y'all something, homie. It doesn't take a rocket science to realize that this was probably one of the most dumbest criminal heist, jail breaks ever. The niggas got caught. You niggas ran down Bourbon Street. You thought you was gonna blend in with the tourists, right? Nigga, look, bro. I'm pretty sure it's not that many tourists that's gonna be hanging out there in the morning. You see what I'm saying? You niggas broke out of jail probably around 1 o'clock in the morning. You got the next morning. They on y'all I'll take that back. They had 7 hours to catch up with y'all. The facial recognition caught 1 or 2 of them. And these niggas and the other nigga, we seen him on Instagram Live. This nigga he said, yeah, nigga, I'm back on the block with my woes. What make you think that it's cool to go to the same block, nigga, with your dumb ass? Let me tell you something, nigga. Let me break up out of jail. Nigga, I'm not going to the hood, nigga. Nigga ain't sent me no kite, nigga, no food, nothing. Nigga, I'm not going back to the hood. Nigga wanna holler at me, nigga holler at me where I'm at. All that's crazy. Nigga draw the line right there, bro. Nigga, you ain't looked out for me. You ain't did shit for me, homie. I'm not pulling up fucking with you if I break up out of jail, nigga. I'm getting the fuck up out of here, man. This shit is just dumb as fucking. For this man to sit here and say that it was calculated, stop lying to yourself, man. Let's go.
For people in this community, they were successful.
And you kind of go into the sheriff. She's talked about, you know, there was defective locks that were part of the problem, the staffing issues that, you know, financially it would take millions of dollars to fix the doors. Why And for as expensive as it is, I mean, I'm sure it wasn't a headline issue like this jail in New Orleans up until these inmates were leaving. If it was such a big problem, why wasn't it something that the sheriff would have talked about maybe in a campaign or had made a key issue in local politics for New Orleans, knowing that they were holding some very violent people?
The world's biggest crooks, right?
So
right.
when the lock is the visible issue, that's what people are going to blame. The invisible issue is this culture and the blaming. So of course, if she claims that she brought attention to this lock, if she even did, you're going to have the prison say, we're broke. We have no money for infrastructure. We don't have money for staff. And of course, you'll have prison or unions who want to hire more staff, more security. So again, you're going to continue to hear this. It was a broken lock. I brought attention to it. It's just the obvious issue. The real problem is staff isn't trained, protocols aren't followed, and you continue to have people blame. It's interesting. You talk about the millions of dollars that it would cost to fix these prisons and jails. Everyone appears to be concerned about public safety. What is the cost of one of these prisoners? They've only caught one, as I understand it. What is the cost if one of these prisoners hurts or kills someone? I can assure you it's worth more than millions of dollars plus the lawsuits to come. So it's sort of like penny wise, pound foolish, and then they're reactive. This will continue to happen. They're not fixing up jails. They're not properly training staff. They're not properly setting tone at the top. And in the end, I hope people in the community bring them forward. I have no doubt they have enablers who are absolutely helping them. So they're checking with I would say the Department of Justice or the marshals. They're checking with friends, family, older.
Man, listen, bro. Let me tell y'all something. All y'all need to know is, look, telling people, I know how they go. Look, man, let me tell y'all something, man. New Orleans is not like California. I swear to God, you know, Louisiana like my third home. I'm always out there in Louisiana, but I can tell you this. You put a reward bond out there that they're going to make $12,000 to $15,000. I don't care, nigga, who you is, nigga. Even let it be a killer, a gangster out there, nigga. That nigga don't give a fuck about no moral, no code, no moral compass, nigga, no code. Nigga, what? Nigga, 12,000 to get in and in New Orleans, cuz nigga, they grandma, give me your phone. My cell phone, baby? No, that landline. The landline, grandma. Man, niggas get on that phone. Yeah. He my cousin. I got him right here. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna put some sleeping pills in his coffee. I'm knock his ass out for you. Come get him. And I get that reward money. I swear to God, nigga, your own family turn on you out there, boy. But I ain't gonna say just Louisiana, nigga. California too, nigga. California don't give a fuck about nobody but they self. Let's go.
Associates, gang affiliations. I mean, it is a absolute nightmare, and I hope people do the right thing and turn them in.
Yeah. And I also think too, with the kind of the millions of dollars argument, do you find like in your work when you see some of the facilities that are vulnerable because maybe they haven't been upgraded in a long time, that
they showing him art, man, they want this nigga bad.
Spend the money on a corrections facility?
That may be the best question I've been asked in 2025. The answer is yes. I mean, you look at spending cuts across the country right now with Doge and others, spending cuts, cutting vital programs for people who are not in prison, which then means they're cutting vital programs for people in prison. There's very little sympathy for people in prison. People will say, if you were so concerned about infrastructure or your health or the type of prison environment you were going to live in, you probably shouldn't have broken the law. So yes, there's only so much money we have. And the last thing they're going to do is allocate it to a prison and jail. If they had money, they'd want to hire more staffing and perhaps do better training, including some mental health training, not just for prisoners, but also for staff. And until these issues are resolved,
that nigga look
fixed,
all them niggas
it's
look
just
guilty.
going to be a continued problem of blaming. And
I don't know, cuz it. Look, man. I don't know, cuz. Let me go back, cuz. Just look at the inmates, cuz. Damn, it's not hard, nigga. Come on, man. If you see a nigga like this walking down the street, cuz, with an orange jumpsuit, cuz look guilty than a motherfucker. Hold on, where that other nigga at? Where the other ones at? Hold on, let me see. Yeah, man, that's crazy. Look how they
absolutely helping them. So they're checking with I would say the Department of Justice or the marshals. They're checking with friends, family, old associates.
Man, come on, cuz. Every last one of them, nigga, if they were smart, they would shave their motherfucking head, bro. They would shave their head. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, nigga. And this nigga on the left, this little dark skinned nigga right here, boy, shit, nigga, shit, boy, get out that nigga way. Cause that, yeah, look like he'll take himself out. You know what I'm saying? Before you go back up in there. But Derrick Grove, the one to the right, they keep plastering that nigga face all over the TV screen. I know that's the one that was convicted for double murder. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, though, none of these dudes had a legitimate plan. Them niggas like, hey, nigga, hey, when a door open, nigga, everybody run for themselves. Like, get the fuck out of here, nigga. It's nowhere in hell, nigga. I could see one thing I can't stand working with a dumbass idiot. Cause like, if I'm going to go put in some work and we finna go rob, we finna go do some skits and some shit, nigga, I'm not fucking with no idiot, bro. An idiot, nigga, get your ass caught up.
Gang affiliations. I mean, it is a absolute nightmare, and I hope people do the right thing and turn them in.
Yeah. And I also think too, with the kind of the millions of dollars argument, do you find like in your work when you see some of the facilities that are vulnerable because maybe they haven't been upgraded in a long time, that the public just doesn't have an appetite to spend the money on a corrections facility?
That may be the best question I've been asked in 2025. The answer is yes. I mean, you look at spending cuts across the country right now with Doge and others, spending cuts, cutting vital programs for people who are not in prison, which then means they're cutting vital programs for people in prison. There's very little sympathy for people in prison. People will say if you were so concerned about infrastructure or your health or the type of prison environment you were going to live in, you probably should have broken the law.
Eyebrow.
So yes, there's only so much money we have, and the last thing they're going to do is allocate it to a prison and jail.
That's
if they
crazy.
had money, they'd want to hire more staff and perhaps do better training, including some mental health training, not just for prisoners, but also for staff. And until these issues are resolved and fixed, it's just going to be a continued problem of blaming. And it's unfortunate. They don't recognize that spending some money now would lead to what they truly care about: security, control, and higher public safety, because it would ensure people can't escape. Now, in the federal prison system, they'll just close the prison. I served time in a prison in the BOP, Bureau of Prisons. I think deduced it would be $30 or $40 million to fix it. They're like, no good, we're going to close it. We're going to move these prisoners to another prison. That's fine. They should be closing them if they're not in a position to fix them. Don't house them there, because you have smart prisoners with criminal minds who can escape with lazy staff who turns the other way because they're not trained.
Do you also find, as far as like the appetite from the public, I would also think for a lot of the agencies that run a county jail, that it's a sheriff's office that's in charge of it, and they have a lot on their plate when it comes to law enforcement on the outside. Do you see the appetite also from a lot of these sheriffs to say like, okay, the jail, that's not something the public really comes in touch with, I would imagine, that they're not going to spend the money on the jail either, that you don't see the appetite from the sheriff to take action?
If they didn't have money to fix a lock or hole, if they couldn't call a handyman to fix this, imagine their appetite for spending tens of millions of dollars to fix up a broken jail, right, or prison, and then on a properly trained staff.
Crazy.
No, it's easy to be reactive, to claim things are going to get better.
Wait a minute, nigga. Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. I didn't even see that one, gang. Hold on. Well, bro said one of the inmates got caught by a civilian sleeping on a bus bench. That's crazy work, nigga. And hey, and then guess what though, right? That nigga is gonna get the reward money. You know what I'm saying? I think it's like 12 to 15,000 per person. So yeah, nigga, what the fuck you going? Nigga, escape from jail and go to sleep on a bench. Get the fuck out of here, man. That's crazy work. Yeah, he was better off not even breaking out of jail, nigga, if you was gonna go to sleep for sure. That's some crazy work, nigga. Let's go.
Time, unfortunately, we will forget about it until it pops up again, and we're going to be discussing it again. And the same people in a different state with the same DNA and makeup and career are going to say the same thing. It's just the way it is. People have asked me that. Could they have fixed it up? Well, they could have fixed the hole. How much would that have cost? Had zero interest other than blaming. And I pray
him banging it. I'm trying to push.
I'm telling you, the longer they are free, the scarier they become, the fewer resources they have. And it could compel people with a criminal mind who have already killed to do it again because they've tasted freedom. They like it, they want it, and they will do anything to keep it.
They tasted freedom.
Derek,
They like
Groves,
it.
I believe,
Nigga,
is the one
freedom
who's
is their
been already
natural
convicted of a
birthright.
double murder.
That's crazy.
Mardi Gras was awaiting sentencing, and he is out. And the families of his victims have gone into hiding, knowing that he is free right now. Lastly, 4 of the people have been caught. At the time of this recording, there were 4 out of the 10 who are back in custody. What is the reality for them when they return to, they've been taken to what the state police call a secure state facility. What is that? What is life going to look like for them now compared to how they had it before?
Well, they're going to be admired or lionized by a lot of prisoners who said, I can't believe you escaped. Good for you. It's going to impress a lot of people. The prison or jail, they don't want to be embarrassed again. So there is going to be continuous lockdown. Isolated, total segregation.
Nigga, 23 hours a day. Them niggas ain't no communication. Yeah, nigga. And let me tell you something, nigga. It's not like the West Coast and shit, nigga. You know, on the West Coast and shit, you know, niggas be like, man, hey, my rights is being violated. Hey, call Johnny Cochran nephew. Tell little Cochran my rights being violated. Nigga, New Orleans, what, nigga? Nigga, them niggas that never see this, man. Come on, nigga, Louisiana, they don't give a fuck about none of that shit, nigga. Matter of fact, let them send your ass to Angola. Send your ass to Angola, shit, nigga be out there like life and shit, nigga cropping carrots and cabbage and shit, nigga. Yeah, nigga, you gotta grow your own vegetables in the South. Yeah, nigga, y'all ever been down to Louisiana and shit? Nigga, drive by Angola, some shit like that. Nigga, you go see that big ass, that trooper deputy guard on a horse, and you got them niggas, nigga, picturing motherfucking dirt, nigga, singing Old Town Road and shit, nigga. I'm talking about, nigga, to God be the glory. Half you West Coast niggas could never survive in Angola. Why? Because, nigga, you got ventilated AC in some of the state prisons on the West Coast, nigga. Out there, nigga, they got them big ass gym fans, that big ass orange fan that got that big ass, yeah, that blow that hot ass air. Yeah, they got that shit out there, nigga. Yeah, nigga, you sweating every day. And half them niggas, yeah. See, niggas doing life in there. Shit, man, them niggas said, man, I'm gonna go get me a boyfriend, man. I got to have you. Yeah, them niggas, yeah, them big cornfed bread ass niggas. Yeah, them niggas, hell yeah. My name Jingling. Your hands soft like a lady. You go eat your cornbread. Gold mouth, set your mouth and your ass, boy. Yeah, nigga, they not playing out there, nigga. Them niggas is 23-hour lockdown. I wouldn't be, look, you escape, nigga, you ain't getting no food in there. Nigga talk about, hell, mama, they ain't feeding me now, nigga. Don't call your mama now. Nigga, they not feeding you. They ain't fucking with you. Let's go.
They're not going to be going anywhere. And when sentenced, they're going to go to the highest security prison possible. Even in transit, which occasionally is where some escapes can happen when you're in shackles and chains, they will be looked at and treated differently because of this escape. So there's always going to be a mark on their back because of that, which eventually will lead, and I hope this brings people in the community some happiness. They will always be more isolated. There will be more scrutiny on them because of this escape. Even in a minimum security camp, you escape, they catch you, you're going to a higher security prison, you are fenced in. There will always be more scrutiny on them because of it. And of course, it will impact their eventual release or eligibility to go home based on this conduct. They will all be in prison longer because of it.
Yeah, that was my actually going to be my last question, because there are certainly the ones who are convicted of a
Yeah, I got to get up out of here, man. I got to get to the gym, get back on my grind. Y'all stay tuned, man. More content coming on the way. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. This was, y'all asked me to talk. Only 120 people came for this New Orleans. Shout out to my New Orleans kinfolk, man. But till then, I'll see you on the next video, y'all. Let's turn up. Let's go. Yes, sir.